Good morning. We have made it to the end of the week again. It's Friday, the 5th of February, and it's Reading Comprehension Day, as you know. So we have another myth for you to read in keeping with our topic work on ancient Greece. So we are going to look at another myth. I have saved two choices of comprehension on the website. The myth that I'm referring to is the spicy hot work. Because I'm going to read it through to you, I'm hoping that you will feel that you can all do that one. And so it's just a case then of following it as I read it. Follow it with your fingers on the page or on the screen, and then have a go at answering the questions afterwards. I think you should all be able to do that, but if you're really wobbly about that, that's okay as well, because I have saved a mild comprehension which is all about bats this week. So it's quite an interesting one. It's an information text, so do that if you want to, or even do them both. That's up to you. So there's two comprehensions and two sets of answers as well on the website. Before you do that, I would like you to pick up on a starter, which is, I'm just going to show you, you need to go to BBC Bite Size, which is, so we're going to look at some reading and comprehension skills on looking particularly at inference, and you are going to be asked to complete activities 1, 2 and 3. There's 3 activities. They will take you a little while because they are good quality activities, and I'd like you to do that first, okay? So improve your reading skills, look at what they have to say, do some of the activities to show that you understand. When you've completed that, come back to the comprehension. So our comprehension this week is King Midas and the Golden Touch. You might have heard of King Midas. Everything he touches turns to gold. I'm going to read this story through. Follow it with your finger if you can. There once lived a king named Midas who was the richest king in the world. The king loved gold more than anything else on earth, including his daughter Marigold. His one great wish was for more and more gold. One day he was admiring his gold when a beautiful fairy boy appeared before him. The boy's face shone with a dazzling light, and his cap, feet and wand all had wings. "Midas, you are the richest man in the world," said the fairy. "That may be," said the king, "but I should like much more, for gold is the best and the most wonderful thing in the world. If I could have one wish," said the king, "I would ask that everything I touch should turn to shimmering gold." "Your wish shall be granted," said the fairy. "From sunrise tomorrow your slightest touch will turn everything into gold, but I warn you that your gift will not make you happy." The next day Midas woke early, and as soon as he saw the rising sun, he reached out and lightly touched his bed. Instantly it turned to gold. Delighted, the king went to eat breakfast. However, when he raised a glass of clear water to drink, it too became solid gold. The bread and butter turned to gold in his hand, and the soft, tender meat became hard, yellow and shiny. Not a thing could pass his lips. All was gold, gold, gold. His daughter came running in from the garden. Without thinking, he gently kissed her cheek. At once, the little girl was turned into a golden statue. In his grief, he called upon the fairy for help. "Oh, fairy," he begged, "take away this horrible golden gift. Take all my gold. Only give me back my darling daughter." The beautiful fairy appeared and, convinced the king had learned his lesson, told him how to fix what had happened. "Take this pitcher to the spring in the garden and fill it with water. Sprinkle the things you have touched with the water to restore them." The king did as the fairy said. He first sprinkled the head of his dear little girl. Instantly she became his darling Marigold, and he gave her a kiss. The king sprinkled the golden food, and to his joy it turned back to real bread and real butter. Then he and his daughter sat down to breakfast. How good the cold water tasted! The hungry king ate the bread and butter, the meat and all of the good food. King Midas hated his golden touch so much that he sprinkled water over everything else that the fairy's gift had turned to gold. So there we go. He regretted asking for his wish, and he was lucky. He was given a chance to undo all of what he'd done. So good job for Marigold, and a good job for the king too. Okay, you have some questions to answer on this. They look like this. So we have how many do we have? 4 questions on this slide. Goes all the way to 8 questions. So you will have a sheet that you can print off if you want to from the website. Alternatively, this is quite a clever reading comprehension, because if you follow the link that I've put on the weekly overview, the weekly planner, you might be able to, if your technology allows you, be able to go straight into the Twinkle website, which is where this is from, and do this interactively. That means that you can actually put your answers, type them in on the screen, or click to tick the boxes you want, which means you don't need to write it or print it out or anything like that. Okay, if you can't do that, that's absolutely not a problem, because you can just write out your answers either on a sheet of paper or print this out and do your answers there. I have, of course, saved the answers. I've got them on the teaching slide here, but also you could access them from the website, okay? And the same goes for the mild comprehension about the bats. Right, there we are then. That's another week done, year 3. And I hope you've worked hard this week. I'm sure you have. I hope you've enjoyed it. In English, I've tried to put a variety of different things. So that we're looking at sentence types, we're looking at words, we're listening to music, we're watching video clips, we're drawing. I'm trying to do so many things that will appeal to you all. So I hope that there are certain parts of this week, if not all of it, that you have really, really, really put 100% effort into. And those are the bits that Mr. Cottle and I would love for you to send in. Okay, so keep going with the hard work. You're doing a great job, all of you. You've definitely earned your rest this weekend. And I will be back next week with a new unit of English work. Okay, take care, everybody. Have a lovely weekend. Bye.